Okay. Next, move to the indexing and slicing. Indexing and slicing are basically accessing the data frame. If we want to access anything, it's going to be done using the indexing and slicing. So there is something called index, Titanic dot index. So we are calling a column here. It's the index column. As I said earlier, the first when we created a, for example, when we created this data frame here, the Titanic data frame here. So there is one column here which is empty. This is actually the index column which is being called using dot index. Okay. So index is basically a range index. It's a spatial property column. It starts from 0, it stops at this, and it has step of 1. So this is exactly the range that we had earlier, the range function that we saw in the Python default. It's kind of like this, but it has been defined and modified in some way by the Python to accommodate its own uses. So its type is actually the index range and range index type of the pandas core. Accessing a column, so df dot column, and inside the square bracket, and we have to write as a string to access the column name. This is the best in my best practice to be done in my opinion, because if there are any spaces or dot, it's going to take care of it. Another thing is the second option is better, because the if you use it like this, it might, the column name might be some kind of column name which might cause trouble with the data frame. For example, dot shape. Okay, so if the column name is shape, okay, so Titanic dot shape, now it's going to cause us a problem. If there is a column name shape, it's not going to work for us. Python is going to be confused. Should I show the shape, or should I call the column name shape? Okay, so to avoid the confusion, mostly just try to follow this nomenclature. Accessing the multiple columns. To access multiple columns, we need to pass a name of the columns inside a list. Okay, so this is the list that I'm typing here. Okay, so this is the call list equal to this list, and this I'm passing in. So basically this is exactly the same thing that I'm doing here with this code given here. Okay, so multiple column, if we want to do, we have to pass it into a list. Single column can be just accessed using a single name only. All right, accessing the row. So if we are trying to access the row, this is not going to work. For example, if I run this, it's going to throw us an error. Okay, just the number we cannot pass. We cannot pass just the number. It's going to throw us an error. So if we want to access through the row, we have to do something else. Okay, that's a trick there we have to understand. But when we are using the, if we want to access the rows, but if we want to access the rows using the slicing version, so this is called indexing, right? Everybody remember from the first session that when we are trying to access one element, it's called indexing. And when we are doing it for multiple, it's called slicing. So slicing is going to work here. Slicing is going to perfectly work directly. Okay, it's going to give us the row numbers. For example, 0 to 5 I have accessed. Okay, if I want to access from 4 to 5, I can do that also. Also remember that it always works exactly the way it used to work for list. Start and the end is going to be the last end before one before it. So it's going to start at 4, but it's going to stop at one before the last one, which is 5's one before is 4. It's going to stop at 4. If I have 6 here, I will be able to see 4th and 5th index only, not the 6th index. Okay, last one is not going to be visible or part of it. And then we can utilize the -5 also, which means that I want to start from 0 and I want to stop till the negative 5th or 5th from the last position. Okay, and -5th last index I want to till reach there. So we had 891, but -5 means that 5 has been removed, and 851 till we have stopped.
But
Okay.
sir, you sometimes you use to row and a column in this, right?
Yeah, both we want to do that. For that, we will see how we do that. We'll
Okay.
move ahead. Everything is going to be covered. So this is the way basic indexing and slicing is going to work. But try not to utilize it ever. Only this thing you try to utilize. Okay, if you are just trying to call the column. Other than that, don't try to utilize it at all. Okay, the accessing the row like this, don't try to utilize it. It's the wrong way to do that. How we can do it in better way is by using Python indexers. we have been given two new special functions which are called LOC and ILOC. These are called indexers. Okay, the LOC, what it does, it takes a label based indexing. What label based indexing is? For example, the survived. Okay, so survived is the label. Okay, because it's a word here. Okay, it's a string, so it's a label. Okay, but in the data frame here, passenger id also has an index. Okay, so this index, okay, or the column name index, just count it for the passenger id. What should be the index number for the column?
0.
0, exactly. So this is going to be number based. Okay, so when we are utilizing the number based, we have to use ilog. Okay, but when we are utilizing we are calling the column using loc, we can just type in the name. And when we are using iloc, we will have to pass in the column numbers. Okay, with the numbers. There is one more, df.ix. You might see in some codes, the older codes, it has been depreciated. In the newer version of pandas, it doesn't work, so we are not going to see this. All right, let's see how loc is going to work. Pylog, pandas log. So we have the data frame dot loc, and then we have two parameters. First is the row index names. So basically the rows that we want to select. I want to select from 5th row to the 8th row. And then I have to put the comma, and then all the columns that I want to select. For example, I wanted to select from survived to the p arc. So from the survived, I wanted to select the p arc, and I executed it. Now there is a different thing that happened here. Can anyone explain it to me with the index number? Like the Python counting starts from 0 and ends at n-1. It doesn't happen here. Everybody
Yes,
can
sir.
see that, right?
Yes, sir. It started with fifth row, but
Yes.
ended with eighth row. But in natural way, it should come till seventh.
Yes, exactly. So here it happened. Why it happened? Because this is the property of LOC. It's not treating anything as an index of default Python indexing pattern. It's treating the numbers as numbers. Whatever you pass, it's going to be coming out as exactly as the number. So that's the property of LOC. It's not going to count as Python indexing. It's not going to follow that. It's just going to say, okay, these are the number you asked me to take off. I just gave you those numbers. That's it. But the LOC is helpful when your index column is actually date. Okay, there are going to be situations where your index column is not going to be this number. It can be something else also. For example, the date kind of column is going to be there. Okay, date time is a new property or new kind of column that we will also see later in second or third assignment. So far, just bear with me that this is going to just take the numbers. LOC is just going to take the numbers as it has been given. It's not going to follow the Python's indexing methodology. Okay, to do that we have to utilize something called ILOC. Okay, now ILOC, there is this part you see. When we were trying to access a single row, it threw us an error. Okay, to do that we have to single access, we have to use ILOC. Inside it, if I pass 5, it's going to return me all the values from the 5th observation. Okay, the 5th observation is survived 0. This is 0. Sorry, the 5th ILOC means that it's going to be the 6th number. Sorry. And passenger ID is 6. Sorry. Yeah, so 4th and 5th and 6th is going to be there. So let me show you. Okay, so ILOC 5th, this is the location number 5th. Here passenger ID is 6, and then survived is 0, and then the P class is 3, the name is Moran Mr. James. So these are the things that you see. So 5th observation we were able to access using ILOC. Directly like this we will get an error. So to access one observation we need to use ILOC. Is that part clear? Now let's move to the LOC's other version, where we have to pass the index location of row and column. So for example, 5, 8 I have passed, and here I have passed from 1st to the -4th. Now if you compare it, you will see that it has followed the exact methodology of Python's indexing numbers. Okay, For 5th to 8th, when we passed in it, 5th, 6th, and 7th it took. The last one it did not consider. And when we did the 1 to -4, it started from the first, which is a 0 as passenger ID, and survived it as first position. It started from here, and then -4 means that -1, -2, -3, and -4. But it did not take the last one. It took directly to the PR. It followed the Python's indexing methodology. Okay, anybody has any questions so far with LOC and ILOC, how to access those?
Sir,
Yes,
when we are using negative value like 1 is to -4,
yes.
so the column name will start from 0 or from 1?
Yeah, it's going to start from 0, or the counting is going to start from 0. There is
Okay.
nothing -0, right? So this one is going to be -1.
So, sir, the sequence I am saying, like passenger, like, is there a way like we can arrange these columns according to our sequence, irrespective of
Yes,
what they are
yes.
in the data frame?
Yeah, that we will see when we are reaching to the modifying the data sets, data frames. We
Okay,
can do that.
presently in this it is from 0 to 4.
Yes, yes. And every column name is actually, so 0 has been already assigned to passenger ID. We cannot change that. Okay,
Yes.
whatever your data frame is, it's going to stay like that. You can change your data frame, then your number associated with that column is going to change. Okay, you can move the passenger ID from here to here. You can do that. But then passenger ID is going to have your as index value as 1, not 0. If you have changed the position, the index position is going to change also.
Okay.
It's not going to stay universal. It's going to change accordingly. The indexes are fixed. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think here we have used -4, so that's why we are coming from back from the
Yes.
last. So I think Ajay is asking, means sequentially from the beginning we can start or not. So in that case, we have to remove minus and we have to normally declare the values.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I
Is
think
it
yeah,
is it that one, Ajay?
Yes,
yes, yes.
correct.
So, okay.
Yes. So
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to remove minus and then you can add the value sequential wise, and then you
Yes.
get the value.
Yes. I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood your question. So, yes, if we have to reach till the P arc, which we had done here, so what we are going to do is start from 1, which is survived, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then my ticket. Okay. So, 8 I have to write here. So, it will stop at 7th, which is P arc. I think, yeah. Ajay, I think this answers your question, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I misunderstood your question. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's move ahead. PD.ix, I have cut it off. We are not going to even explain it, because only thing was that this was a combination of both those. Okay. So the part was that this part that you see, the first row indexing was done in Pythonic way, and the column indexing was done in the name way. So here you were supposed to write the name or column names, etc. Name and then PR if you wanted to, something like this. So it was a mixture of those, but it has been removed. Don't get confused with it. So if you see IX, it's not going to work in the current versions, so it's going to throw error. All right. Let's move to the conditional filtering.
Sir, I have a question on the chat box.
Yes. The chat. Okay, if we sort the data frame descending dot apply, how the data will be arranged from top to for 5. So here, if you have sorted it already, and after that, if you apply the head, it's whatever your sorting has been according to the top of that, it's going to give you. Okay, if you're shuffled with sorting, if your index has been shuffled, the head is going to only give you the top few values. It's not going to follow the indexing pattern which was earlier. It has indexing pattern has changed after your performing the ascending or descending order.
So it is based on only on the top 5 records, right?
Yes, it's just going to give you the top 5 records.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.